this is Ginger, and this is Ginger's Rant Show, and it's Friday, November 30th. Or not November, sorry, December 30th. I didn't sleep too well last night. Hey Nancy! How are things in Alma, Wisconsin? We've been getting rain here off and on, and some of the flooding has receded here, so we're trying to get back to normal somewhat. And of course, there's snow up the mountains and everything. So, hey Dorothy. Hope things are well in Florida. Anyway, tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and oh, good. Well, at least you got, I know you had some snow and everything last weekend, but at least it's, I think we may have an early spring, I don't know. Or what they have, what they call Pineapple Express, which sometimes hits here. We usually get the brunt of it, and it's like it warms up all of a sudden. We go, wow. But hey, it's better than freezing or roasting. I just like the in between, Anyway, so as of yesterday, I got my stitches removed. It's a little bit red, but I'm not allowed to put any hand lotion or anything on it for another week or so. Then I'll be able to by next week. I still have a lot of scar tissue and everything, and the scab needs to fall away and everything before I can put anything on it. It's kind of dry in there, yeah. So, but they don't want anything infecting it. It's working perfectly. See, no hang up. I've been doing, I have been doing some hand exercises, which seems to help. And she also suggests, my orthopedic surgeon suggests that I start taking piano lessons. So I'm looking at getting a digital keyboard, and so it's portable. It's got a stand and everything with it. And I could get a stool for it, like a small piano stool or something, and start playing and start exercising this finger and of course this side too. But this needs to strengthen back up so the tendon will strengthen up. When I talked to her yesterday, when they went in to work on it, they found a whole bunch of scar tissue that was wrapped around the joint. And it was putting pressure on the nerve and the pulling muscle joint, pulling nerve. And so when I put pressure on it, pulling nerve no signals were coming through. And it causes the finger either hang up, straightening out and hang up and you can't bend it, or when it's bent, you can't straighten it out. And so it's much better. I'm very happy with it. It's a little bit sore, sure. It's gonna be sore for a little while longer, but as soon as it heals up and everything will get better and better and better, and then back to normal. Of course, I got a few other things to work on too. On me. I need to go back to the dentist and see what I could do about dental implants and everything. So, because I have not been able to go to the dentist the last 2 or 3 years because of COVID. So it was making things kind of tough. Now as far as the news goes, stupid dust mites. This happened late yesterday or early this morning over in Ukraine. President Zelensky has signed a legislation to do rule regulation for news media regulation. This is supposed to be in alignment with European Union media regulation. In other words, they're like England. They're not, news networks are not allowed to lie. Period. Okay? We're supposed to put out the facts and the truth. I don't know why they're doing it twice. They're supposed to put out the facts and the truth. And of course, when President Zelensky signed this into law, of course, the right-wing nut jobs to start, oh, it'll impede free speech and everything else, and go, no, it will not impede free speech. There has to be regulation. It's similar to the Monroe Doctrine for television and everything. In other words, truthful, factual. Also, this includes preventing false advertising, that type of thing. And the right-wing nut jobs need to get their heads examined. I can't stand those guys. I really can't. And then, of course, you've got some of the media idiots, too, like the Washington Examiner and Fox News. They're the guys that need to be shut down and be regulated and say, hey, if you don't straighten up and fly right, not fly right, but fly correctly, you'll be shut down. Because you're violating regulations. And the lying has to stop. It really does. The lying and the false stories that are out there that have to stop. Because it kind of creates confusion for everybody, pretty much. Hold on a second. Something popped. Okay, that was my phone. I need to get a new phone. So anyway, this is what's happening over with President Zelensky, and I applaud him for that. He wants to get rid of corruption so badly on that, and I agree with him. I really do. That's why we need to reinstitute the Monroe Doctrine on television media. It says nothing about preventing free speech or anything else. You just have to put out the facts and the truth, and that's it. So really, what's wrong with that? And if something was not factual, then should be required to correct that particular piece and say, we apologize for the misunderstanding or the misquote or whatever. This is the actual thing that's supposed to be said. Really simple, you know? And I just don't get these guys that sit there and whine and cry and everything else just because they don't like the regulation, and that regulation should be there. And, you know, what I don't like is like dictators preventing from their own people from speaking the truth and criticizing. You know, I mean, here we do constructive criticism and go, oh, well, you know, why can't we do it this way? Why can't we do it that way? That type of thing. We criticize our government all the time. But we have to keep in mind, you and I have to keep in mind, the government is the people, which is you and I. We're the bosses. And we're supposed to be telling our reps and senators what needs to be done. That's simple. It should be country over party. Now, I was listening to Mr. Como. I forgot what his first name is. but he used to be on CNN and ABC. And he was fired for basically almost putting out the truth, the bare bones truth. And he is now working for a news service network, television network, which, by the way, is on my Xfinity television lineup station. And he has a commentary about every night on various subjects. And he puts it out there. He's very he's pushing for independent party type thing. He wants to, get the independent party in there and not so much push on like the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. He has nothing against the Democratic Party because he grew up in a Democratic household, but he just wants something a little bit more different and a little bit more transparent, if you will. So anyway, you have to watch his show to understand him. But I was watching Brian Tyler Cohen, and he had Mr. Como on for an interview, and saying, hey, talk about various subjects, especially in the political arena and everything that was going on. So, it doesn't hurt to listen to the other guys, but who I do avoid is CNN. I do avoid Fox News. I took on YouTube, on my lineup, I took Fox News off my feed, on my YouTube feed, news feed. I don't want Fox News on there. And I'm going to remove CNN from that, too. I can't do that. Well, I just ignore my main news feed on MSN. I just ignore those two. I know they're not being truthful. And I know that Washington Examiner is not being truthful either. The only ones that I know that are truthful and get it out there is the New York Post and the Washington Post. Okay, those big main newspapers back east. But we need to push back on those that lie and gaslight and everything else. Which, by the way, I read too that gaslight is the brand new word in this dictionary. I'm sitting there laughing, but hey, that's true. Now, as far as the new year goes, it's coming. What I wish for in the new year is the accountability of crooks like he who shall not be named, and his minions are thrown in the pokey, thrown in jail. And they should be tried and convicted, and sentenced to jail for a very long time. In other words, they need to be put in a whole new world of what you should do, what you shouldn't do. People that you see and hear and read every day that sit there and do stupid and wrong things, it's not helping the situation any. Like those that sit there and kill, those that sit there and assault. Like we just had what was the other day here at, and you'll see here in the city, like with a grocery store employee. They didn't say which grocery store, but a grocery store employee here in Lakewood, employee got stabbed in the back by a customer. I don't know what the condition of that employee. But they did catch the perpetrator that did that, or the assailant that did that. He was over in Graham, I think it is, which is one town over that way. But, when you see and hear scary things like that. I hope the employee but okay, and I hope the company that he works for, the grocery company he works for, goes right by him. In other words, do the proper things to help him and everything else, and say, hey, yeah, you still have your job and everything else, and don't worry about a thing, and we'll pay you like if you were there, and that's what they should do. That's what a good employer does. The employers are supposed to take care of their employees. If you take care of your employees, then the next line is the customers are being taken care of by employees. In other words, everything comes full circle in the business world, as it should be. CEOs that do dumb and stupid things like Elon Musk need to have his head slapped. You just don't sit there and lay off countless employees that have been there for a long time, that know how things work in the social platform industry, and getting rid of the CEO and everything else, and go, you don't know a thing. You don't know how this works. You don't treat your employees that way. And now that he's no longer CEO, but I'll bet you they're having a hard time finding a new CEO. What I suggest to Elon Musk is this. He needs to sell Twitter back to the employees, or give the company back to the employees of Twitter and let them run it. Let it be employee owned. And he concentrate on other things. Right now, he's so much in trouble financial-wise because he caused the actions that he did caused him to lose a lot of money, especially advertising and everything in Twitter, because most social platform companies rely on advertisement for income. Some do, some don't, depending on what they specialize in their social platform, how it's set up. Like in any other industry, things are set up differently in every company. For example, the Boeing company, they specialize in airplanes. Not only airplanes, but also they have a military division that builds military aircraft for the armed forces. Like they built the F-14 and F-15 aircraft, fighter aircraft. F-18 was built. All the other things specialized in. And then Boeing has a space division, and they do some space exploration work for other companies, or do in support of, like Boeing is supporting the United Launch Agency. Which does contract work for NASA too. So, there's some problems, yes, that we need to fix and we need to concentrate on and push back on. And those like Ted Cruz and MTG and Jordan and McCarthy, they need to be removed. They don't belong there. Because they don't take time to really figure out how things really work. So they should be removed from Congress. They should be given the boot and not be allowed to run for any kind of office. So, and you see these companies do this all the time. Anyway, my wish is that everybody has a happy new year. Hope for things that work out for them and also for me. I do hope to, within the next month, matter of fact, next week, I'm looking at getting a brand new computer desk to replace this and move this back and make this my printer desk. Move it back over there. And then get my new cell phone. Those are the two things right now. And then later on, I'll look at getting a keyboard. Start practicing, because there are online courses I could take to do a refresher. I used to play piano years ago. So, and then from what I understand on the new digital, pianos are what they call soft keys. You too, Dorothy. Have fun. Give your great-granddaughter a big hug. You're very lucky and very fortunate, Dorothy. Have a wonderful New Year's. And I'll see you on Monday, okay? But anyway, that's the two things that I'm hoping for. I was hoping for it the end of this year, but my budget was kind of stretched a little thin. But hey, just put it back, budget it in, everything comes out in the wash. Okay, and of course we all know what's going to happen regarding he who shall not be named. They're finding more of the stolen documents everywhere. They found some at his Trump Tower. They're now searching his private plane for the documents. In other words, Mr. Smith has put out a blanket search warrant for those, because top secret documents are federal government material, and it belongs to the government. It doesn't belong to he who shall not be named, and he should be in prison for it. He has no business of having those, ever. They should have been under strict lock and key. And also, I think now he who shall not be named should not have any Secret Service protection either. That obviously he had no inkling during January 6th when he tried to drive over to the Capitol, and in other words, he grabbed the steering wheel trying to drive over there, and the Secret Service wouldn't let him. So he shouldn't have Secret Service protection ever, and he should not be allowed to run for office either. His running for office is he's thinking, well, if they ran for office, they couldn't get to him. Well, that's not true. They're still going to get him. It'll happen. They got mountains of evidence against him, both the January 6th committee and the DOJ. And Mr. Smith is doing a wonderful job of Jack Smith building the case, and he has long experience for that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off early. I want you guys to have a wonderful New Year's, and I'll see you on Monday at 1 o'clock. As usual, I don't think I have anything going on Monday. Let me check my calendar. Hold on just 1 minute. Nope. I have my usual stuff. I have my Tobler delivery, my meal delivery, and I have my dairy delivery from Smith Brothers Dairy Farm. Fresh milk and fresh eggs now. Okay. I will see you on Monday, and be sure to check out my store, gingerstoremore.com, and I will put this on here. Oh, come on. Just a minute. Oh, come on. What's the matter with you? There we go. Sorry it's taking so long here. Anyway, check out my store, and I will see you later. Okay? Take care, love to all. Have a happy new year, and stay safe. Okay? Love you all. Okay. Bye-bye. Oh, and I need more subscribers, too, at my YouTube channel, and I will post this video on my YouTube channel. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.